Hello everyone, Peter here, Piotr Fisner. Yes, right to repair. Today it's a rest in peace laptop. What the problem is, which I can't fix, are few problems actually. Customer came with a laptop which has no brand on it, has no model on it. Came that there is an issue, the blinking LED is only when you're pressing the power button. I said, okay, let me have a look. So it turns out that the power supply he brought in, it was a different power supply, and he ordered it, yes. So I said, okay, you know what you've ordered, then no question about it, let me check it. I've checked, there's no power on this power supply, and it's a USB Type-C power supply. So I did say, okay, no problem, let us check what we can do. Yes, that was this power supply, and it has three options: 18, 16, 18 and 20. Okay, sorry, it's 5 volts, 12 volts, 16, 18 or 20 volts, yes? So it will feel how much do you need and will supply that amount. So it's a switching power supply, yes, Type-C. So you can see that it's Type-C and it's fine. So it should do the trick, because we need for it 12 volts only, and that's 3 amps. That should do. Why? Because here we got the original one. I can read you. I can't see. It's 12 volts and it's 3 amperes as well. Yeah, so that's even 36 watts. That one is 45, so that's okay. Yes. Now, customer had this old power supply, original one, and the plug was faulty, so he replaced it with different plug, yes, which is fine, that's okay. There was no power management in it, it was only the power, so plus and minus, so he couldn't even do it wrong if he would try, you know. He couldn't, just plus and minus, and he plugged in the plus and minus, and it was working for a whole day until the next day. Now, I don't know, I've checked it and it was connected the right way, so I can't assume that customer did something wrong. But at the end of the day, the laptop died, literally died. So what's happening is that when the power comes in here on the USB-C, then it's going with a via to different location on the main board, and that should produce a standby voltage, which then the standby voltage is for the IC chip, yes, for like a controller, it goes to the power button, and when you press the power button, it then starts off the main board, yes, so it can check for the RAM, graphics, CPU, etc, etc, yes, all the peripherals as well, and long story short, it should check everything. But it turns out that the MOSFET, which receives the power, which I desoldered, yes, here, didn't put through the power. So I removed that and placed the 5 volts. Just not more, because this is working from 3 volts. I think I was checking the data sheet for it. So I placed with my power supply here, yes, lab power supply, I placed 5 volts on it. I didn't even put more, because I knew that the battery is 7 volts for it, 7.6 or something. I didn't want to put more because I didn't have the original power supply. I couldn't say how much this is taking anyway, yes? So I didn't want to do something stupid. So, I connected, I put the 5 volts on it, and I followed the line, and it went to another MOSFET, and after that was fine, you know, MOSFET was switching and switched on properly and pass on the voltage, so it's fine. So I've seen this is going fine. then it's going to the resistor, and then after that resistor, yes, it's going to two MOSFETs again. And then the second MOSFET, where the second MOSFET is, was a short to ground. So I said, okay, so I need to desolder it to see if the fault will be, gone, yes? Maybe the MOSFET is shorted, but the MOSFET wasn't shorted. So I'm saying myself, okay, so from the MOSFET onward will be, the fault. So I'll desolder it because it's no biggie, soldering the soldering, yeah? So I desolder it, and I'm checking, and there is still short. And I'm checking where this one is going. Well, the problem only, that's going to the coil, so that's power supply here, yes? It's a power supply, so and that's not the main rail. Well, that's the main rail, and then it goes, onto the other rails, power rails on the main board. And the problem only is that that's going to via as well. And where it's going to via, to go to those different places, it's 6 pins of those via, yes? So I could find only the one which goes to the battery, yes? Because it was segregated, and I could find this one. But the rest is shorted, so I can't see where it's going. If I would know where it's going, and I would see that short, I could disable that short, one way or another, and I could even use wires, insulated wires, to provide that power over there. But I got no brand, no model. It's looking like Argos or some, I don't know, Tesco or Argos, something like that, that they are selling, and they are not even putting the brand on it, yes? Not be bothered. Why? Why make life easier? Then another thing is that we don't have schematics, we don't have board view, okay? So when you are buying stuff which is unbranded, you're making the most harm, and it's most difficult for us to write for the right to repair. When you buy at least branded stuff, we can check on the good stuff versus the bad stuff, yes? We can check it and we can compare it, and then we can have a solution quicker. Whereas here it's the place which is via, which has 6 pins, yes, and these 6 pins should go somewhere, spread it on the main board to other power supplies. I can't just blindly connect, cut it off and blindly to connect to all of these, because I would have to take into the account that the RAM, which I've checked, is DDR3, and that's 1.2 to 1.8 volt, depend which VDD it has, so here we need to plug in 1.2, here we need to put 1.8 volt, so I need to take everything into the consideration. I need to check, the mobile, I've checked mobile Intel CPU, yes, what voltage does it have, yes, is it 0.9 volt or 1 volt? I need to make sure that that power rail don't give more than that, yes, so I need to make sure that nothing else is shorted. So it's like second guessing, so I can't second guess the job for the customer, because simply saying it's high risk, yes, it's a high risk, so I can't put a high risk onto customers' stuff. I'm putting it back together, it's rest in peace, like cross on it, yes. Now what we can do about it in a spare time, if customer want me to keep it or he want me to look at it later on, if I will have more spare time, I can cut off the place where it's going to this via, yes. I know from General Electronics and laptops, yes, but the DDR mounted in is like a tablet, smartphone one, it's not the proper laptop kind. So from General Electronics, I can know how many rails I'm expecting and where this, is expected to go. And then I can slowly but steadily supply small voltage, you know, like a 1 volt, see if it's shorted or not, and then if not, trying to find optimal current for it and optimal voltage for it, yes, and try to supply it, and then another, you know, and see if all of those have proper power supply. Then put back those MOSFETs if they are good, you know, and then supply whole main board, and then fingers crossed it will work. But it's time consuming, and it's not done the way it's supposed to be done, because that short circuit might short circuit something else, and that can damage something else. So we don't know if that will, you know, resurrect it. But that's the only way, you know, we could do it. But because of not having the right to repair, we've got those crappy things, yes, made for us, and then we are looking at the price, we don't look at the quality many times, and then, you know, we just buy it because we want stuff, yes, and even the RAM is not upgradable here, yes, you can't even add more RAM to it, it's impossible to do so, because that's the smartphone or tablet, excuse me, type of RAM, and there's no slot to upgrade it. So please don't buy those cheap devices, because you're fighting but against us, yes, you're fighting against us. What else, you know, what else we can do is we can use these devices to teach new people who are learning repairs, yes, we could do it, or we could send this stuff to countries, developing countries like Kenya or some other countries, plenty of those countries, by the way. So, you know, so we could do something out of it beneficial still. We don't have to put it to a landfill. So if you have something like that and somebody told you it's not worth fixing, yes, check it with somebody else, or check with Right to Repair or with the Inte.Team, yes, check with us. You know, maybe there is a solution to not throw it to the landfill. For sure it's worth putting some hassle in before putting to the landfill, and it doesn't cost so much that, you know, you can't do it. Let's integrate, let's pay this either £1 per month, or let's take a mobile broadband, electricity, gas through the Inte.Team, and then we will try to give you the best price for it, and then estimate every year by Blizzard Telecom, we can estimate the price for the next year, yes, that you will always have the best price for it, whereas we will have this small tiny commission, because we need this £1 from every customer, so that we will reach 1 million members who can literally fight this way with us every month. You will be donating and repairing, yes, we will be managing, so that we've got £1 million per month, and we can build fixable devices. Yes, they might not be cheaper or the cheapest, but at least whatever is faulty, you've got all the components out there. Whatever is faulty, you've got schematics, you've got board view, and you can see exactly what's where. And if you don't have it, you can always go get it, yes. So guys, hope you can join us in the fight for the right to repair, but this one, let's for now rest it in peace, yes. It's a shame, but it's a shame we all deserve, because we've done what we've done and we've got what we've got. Thank you guys. See you later in the next video. Bye bye.